Arlynn here. Welcome back to my Country Craft Corner. How in the world are you guys doing today? It is so good to see you again, and thank you so much for stopping back by to see what I'm up to. And what I'm up to today is I'm fixing to bring you another update and a few changes about this room, our happy bedroom that we are redecorating into be a room for Maverick and guests. And I will explain further on that when I get in front of the camera. But it is a chaotic mess up here right now. And I am going to walk you around and explain a couple of things to you and show you the progress we've made and to tell you what is yet to come. I'm also going to let you know that I'm not going to be doing that deco mesh wreath this week. I'm sorry to say I am a smidge overwhelmed, and we're going to talk about that too. But before I get down in front of the camera, let's do a little walkabout up here, and let me show you some things that I decided to do differently in this bedroom. So let me get up here. This is where I was just sitting here. And I didn't look down here the other day, but that's our foyer right down there, and then our big foyer area. And the living room is to the left of the picture, and the dining room is to the right. A lot of you guys asked me if we can get out on the top of our little porch there, and as you can see, no, there's no doorway to get out there or anything like that, just that big palladium window. So let's walk in here, and I'm going to show you that Chris has started painting. And as you can probably tell already, we have decided to paint the entire room blue. Yes, we have. I am so excited about this, you guys. I cannot tell you. I just cannot tell you how excited I am. We started painting last night, and I just said to Chris, honey, I really think that we should do the whole room in this blue. And he agreed. He said, I do too. At first he was afraid it was going to be too dark. And I said, no. And he said, but I trust your judgment. I trust your eye. He said, and I said, well, just look at all the white, the white molding, the white door, the white entry door, the white floor molding, the white headboard, all the white furniture we purchased. I said, think about all of that and how it's going to pop on this blue wall. You can already see the white headboard. Oh my goodness. Now a decision I'm still trying to make is about this palette, this piece of palette. And I'm going to see how everything else looks before I decide whether or not I'm going to paint that blue. Before we were going to paint the whole room, I was thinking, yes, I would definitely paint that blue. But I'm almost thinking now I might like the contrast of the gray. I do have a gray rocker that will go in here and some other little gray accents. So the gray I think would be fine on that wall. So I'm still contemplating that. This is one thing that we did. We cleaned out the entire closet. Look at this. It is completely cleaned out now, except for a few lamps up here. And that's the care package basket I had up in here. And then this is a little tray with coloring books and crayons and whatnot. But this is the, the tray that I have all of the goodies in, creams and lotions and extra Q-tips and all that stuff. All of the rest of the stuff that Chris said he's going to clean up for me a little bit is where the cable comes in up here that he hooks all of the TVs and whatnot into. So that is a hot mess right now, and he said he would straighten that up for me, which I know he will. So this Maverick's wagon is going to go in here, kind of like as a toy chest for him. So he is certainly big enough where he can walk upstairs and get a toy and walk back downstairs. He's really good on steps. Now, I just have this extra towel holder or whatever. Also, that's staying in place. So somebody asked me what the hardware was, or Stacy actually, she asked me what all the hardware was in here. Oh my goodness, I sent her some pictures last night and she went crazy. She says, Arlynn, I love it. I absolutely love it. And she says, I'm all about painting dark colors, and she loves it. And if y'all remember, her dining room right now is painted in a very dark gray. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. So, but anyway, she asked me what the hardware was. I don't know, I'm coming to the windows because the hardware is not on the windows. But you can see here, it is a oil rub bronze, a dark oil rub bronze. And that will stay into place. And then these are the curtain tie backs here. And they will stay in place. So this is a very bright and beautiful room as it is. Nice sized room. And as you can see, it's kind of got a little wall here that kind of turns. And then the doorway is kind of, I love it. It's kind of angled in the room like this. And I just think this is such a pretty little room. So there you can see the white chest. So anyway, what I have decided to do with my videoing moving forward this week is we're going to be working on this room. The next video you see will probably be a reveal of this room because Chris and I are going to work diligently for the rest of this week and try to get this done. Because then we need to start working outside around the pool and things. So we need to get this done before we can, move on to the next thing. Here's the chair that will go back in here. I have decided to paint the frame of that palette white. This is the shelf that was in there. It will be painted white. This will go up above the door, read me a story, tuck me in tight, and say a sweet prayer and kiss me goodnight. That will go up again above the door. So I have some gray accents anyway. We're going to paint this white as well. And around the pink mirror, I don't know where Chris put the mirror. There it is. It will be painted white as well. And I know I'm going back and forth. I'm sorry. Let me show you the fan. There you can see where the fan is painted pink, and we'll put that back probably to blue. We'll probably put that to the same color as the wall if we can match it. Or we'll paint it white. I'm not sure. But anyway, this is a work in progress. It is quite the job, as you can see. And honestly, you guys, when the thought of doing that wreath right now, oh my goodness, I can't even stand it. I can't even stand the thought of it. I can't even do that before we're done with all of this. Here's the pillow that goes on that rocker. And here are all the frames that were on that palette. And I think I've decided to print off the pictures in black and white. And I think that will really be kind of a cool look in there too. But anyway, I have a menagerie of pillows. Now that said, I will double up the pillows normally in my pillow shams. If it doesn't fill the pillow sham up, I like to double them up. So, but I have pillows in here. And here's the lamp. And then I've got pillows in there on the bed. I've got pillows and more pillows. And then Candace likes to sleep on these kind of pillows. I can't remember what they are, but I got them for her and she loves them. So ergonomically correct or something that's good for your neck. So she likes those. But anyway, I wanted to show you while I'm up here. This was my great grandmother made this quilt. Isn't that pretty? My great grandmother on my mama's side. I got the pillow, the chair, and the ottoman, I believe at World Market, all of those. Here's one of the bedside tables that's going to go in Maverick's room. So as you can see here, you guys, it is a discombobulated mess up here. So I'm going to take the rest of this week to clean up everything that is up here and to get that room in order and spiffed up as best I can with what I have to decorate in there. And then I will reveal it to you guys. This garbage bag is that dinosaur comforter, pillow shams, a couple of really nice big thick tea towels, and then the dinosaur, little dinosaur plaque and the roar plaque. All of that is going to Candace. She said yes, 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 she'll take it. So I'm packed all that up to take to her. It is just, these are the sheets that go back on the bed. So y'all know it is just a little bit overwhelming. So anyway, I'm going to head downstairs and do a tiny little haul from Amazon. I got a couple more things that I want to show you. And we're going to do a little bit of chitting and chatting down there. I'm going to answer a couple of questions that were posed about this room and actually about our carpeting right there. As you can see, it's a little loose, and I will explain that. So, and I'm going to show you what's sitting in our foyer right now. So I will be right back in just a minute or two in front of the camera. All right? Okie dokie. And I'm off downstairs. Okie dokie, as we're coming around the corner here into the foyer, I wanted to show you the crib. And the crib is here's the crib folded up, and here's the changing table. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing with that yet. Maybe donating, maybe selling, I'm not sure. And then here's a dresser that was in the closet actually, and that I totally cleaned everything out of it. And the mirror that goes with it. And again, I'm not sure what I'm doing with that. And we are going to be talking right over here. You can see I have my little chair right in front of this big, beautiful bay window. That'll brighten up anybody's day, huh? All right, I'll be right back because I can't turn my camera when it's on. I can't like flip it like some people can. I can't do that. So I will be right back in just a second, and we will chit and chat. Be right back. Okie dokie, you guys. Here I am in front of the camera again. How in the world are you guys doing? It is so good to see you again. And I know that this is probably yet another discombobulated video. And that is a true representation of my brain right now, you guys. I have to be honest with you and just say that I am a discombobulated mess over here. I really am. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my very, very best to try to stay organized, to try to stay focused, to try to tell you only what is coming up and what I can be doing, you know, as we roll on here. But I woke up this morning, well, yesterday evening, I was feeling quite down, and I was feeling pressured because I said, oh, I had told them that I would make that wreath, and I'm not feeling making that wreath right now, you guys. I have to be honest, and I'm not going to force myself. I just refuse to force myself to do something that I don't want to do. And I don't want to do that wreath right now. I don't want to do it now because the pool is not open yet. Nothing is set up out there. I want to be able to make it and set it up and show you guys everything when we get that set up. So I decided to go ahead and bring you this kind of little update. And I'd had a couple of questions too. And I also did not make myself completely clear, and actually have kind of changed my mind a little bit since I started redecorating that room upstairs. You know, yes, it is going to be focused on Maverick. And yes, it is going to be his space and going to be called Maverick's makeover room, you know. Yes, yes, yes. But I'm not only decorating it for Maverick. So I don't necessarily want to put kid, like somebody had asked me if I wanted to put a basketball hoop on the back of the door, or if I wanted to put a putting green down on the floor for him. And I don't want to do those things. And some of you, a couple of you had mentioned about the scroll piece, not maybe looking like a boy's room to go above the scroll piece. And I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? It's not only for Maverick. Maverick's not going to be the only one that's going to stay in there. I want that room to be a safe haven for whomever stops. And if Maverick's not here, I want whoever stays in there, not that they wouldn't be comfortable with those kind of things in there, but I want them to also feel like it's a grown-up room and a room for them to stay in. And I want it to grow with Maverick. I don't want to pigeonhole myself in any way in this room. So, I just wanted to acknowledge all of that and those comments. And, while I know the comments were made with the very best intentions, I'm sure they were, and I appreciate the comments, and, but my choices are made, I've kind of been decorating for a long time. And no, a scroll piece might not be the best for a little boy's room or a young teenager's room, but it sure is okay for a guest room. And it's not going to hurt Maverick to look at the scroll piece in there, a putting green on the floor, even though it is a good sized room, would take up too much room. And I'm not interested in having a putting green up there in the middle of the floor or a basketball hoop on the back of the door. We have plenty of space outdoors where he can play something like that, or in the pool, that kind of thing. So I'm not going to be doing kid kind of friendly things like that. It is going to be a room that, yes, I'm calling for Maverick. And yes, I am redecorating it because I want him to feel more comfortable staying in a room that's not full of flowers like the happy room was, And honestly, because I wanted to change, because I wanted a change. I'd gotten this idea, and it's evolving too. I will say that my idea for this room is evolving. Yes, when I first talked about it, it was just going to be for Maverick. It was just going to be for a young man. And as I've talked about it, and as I've worked in the room and worked in the space, which I would highly suggest that you guys do too, if you go to switch out any kind of room furniture or colors or palettes or designs in any of your rooms, that you think about all of the things that the room might be used for. And I did it. My dad is calling me. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, you guys. My dad called me to tell me, guess what? You aren't going to believe this. He got his 11th hole-in-one. I'm not even kidding you guys. He got his 11th hole-in-one in his career. He's 88. He's 88, and he has had 11. A lot of golfers never get one, y'all. So that tells you what kind of golfer he is. He is he's a phenomenal man no matter what. But a hole-in-one, I'm so happy for him. He said, oh, I'll never have another one. I'm too old. I'm this and that. He's still phenomenal. Oh my gosh. So he got his 11th hole. It was 105 yards, he said. And he used a knockdown 7 iron. I don't know what that means. Maybe if anybody out there golfs, y'all will know what that means. But anyway, I'm so happy for him. And now I've lost my whole train of thought. Of what I was talking about. And I think I was just explaining my thought process about that bedroom. So please, please, please give me grace and understand that my original vision for that bedroom kind of switched to be not just for Maverick, but also for other guests. So the scroll piece will fit in there, and other things that I'm going to put in there will work in there, because it's not just Maverick's room, even though it is going to be his room where he sleeps and decorated in a nice, lovely palette that I can add some of his favorite things to, for sure. And his toys will be in the closet, and his other things will be where he can get them. His books and other toys will be on the bookshelf, and people won't mind that when they come in, to sleep in there. But I just kind of wanted to clarify and to let you guys know that my mind, as hard, you guys, as hard as I'm working to keep on an even keel and to keep my mind unmuddled, it still gets muddled. And my thought process sometimes isn't quite as clear as it might have been before we lost our daughter. I'm just being brutally honest with you guys. It's just, I feel really bad the other day, and I said this, I even put a pinned comment on my video from the other day, and I'm really, why didn't I think the other day to say that this is not just Maverick's room? I'm calling it Maverick's makeover, you know, his bedroom makeover or whatever, but I presented it to you guys to be that it's going to be a room for Maverick. So I understand the comments that came in about the putting green and about the, you know, the basketball hoop or whatever. I understand that, and I understand why the, you know, why the scroll piece in some people's mind doesn't look like a little boy's room. I get it. I get all that. But in my mind, I'd always thought, well, no, this isn't just for Maverick. It is for others too. So anyway, y'all have never known me like this, have you? You've never known me to be a discombobulated person. I'm always organized. I'm always on task. I'm always know exactly from point A to point B to point C to point D. Exactly what my plan is. Thank goodness I've been on YouTube for more than, you know, a minute, and that you guys understand that this is not normal for me to be, you know, changing my mind and letting things progress a little bit differently than what I thought they might at the beginning, you know? Anyway, I just really felt bad because some of the comments had been coming in, and I was like, I have confused everybody. I've confused myself, and I'm really, really, really sorry. So, and all my family is texting me, congratulating Dad. I had sent them a text when I was on the phone with him, the whole family, and now all of their messages are coming in. Oh my goodness. Anyway, talk about, I'm crying 1 minute and I'm chuckling the next. You know, what can I do? Anyway, I wanted to show you just a few, sorry. I wanted to address the, one of you had asked me if we were going to switch out the carpeting upstairs. And I didn't quite understand that question, other than maybe she saw where the carpet was a little rippled up there. That carpeting was actually the original carpeting that was in this house, and it is upgraded carpeting. We upgraded the carpeting and upgraded the padding to as thick as we could get the padding and everything. But through the years, pardon me, the carpeting has loosened up, and they did stretch it one time, and Chris has actually stretched it one time. And so he very well might stretch it again up there. But right now, there is a little ripple in it, unfortunately. And it's aggravating and it's frustrating and all of that. But I am not switching out a whole floor of carpeting because it's doing that in a couple of places. I just won't do that. And I'm not sure if that's why she asked that question. But I was like, no, I'm not going to switch out that. Now, if I had had my druthers when we first moved in here, I would have had hardwood up there. But Chris would not, that was a compromise. You know, that's one of those things you got to do when you're married, is you got to compromise. And he said, nope, 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 carpet upstairs. And I was like, okay. So that's why there's carpeting up there. And the carpeting coming down the steps is because we don't want anybody falling and hurting themselves coming down the steps. Just had a woodpecker almost fly into the window here. One of those pileated woodpeckers. He was huge. Sorry. Squirrel, woodpecker. Sorry. Anyway, oh my word. Okay, again, another discombobulated video. Let me go through this little bit of a haul here with you guys. It's very small. I've ordered a couple more tops off of Amazon for myself. I got myself this pink top. I just think this is so pretty. And this, I kind of got to go with that, that Lily Pulitzer dupe sweater I have. I thought it would be pretty with that. I also have other sweaters that have this color in it, or just black, a black sweater with this, with black slacks. Wouldn't that be pretty? So I did get this from Amazon. I can't remember what size I got in this, and I haven't even tried it on yet. I'm going to say an extra large. Yeah, an extra large. So, but I haven't tried it on yet, so I would just order your size, whatever, if you want something like this. And I'll put it in my fashion box. And I have a little jacket that looks just like this that you guys have seen 1,000 times. But I love this pattern so much that I got it in a little tank top too. And this is, again, this is an extra large, as you can see there. Definitely an extra, whoops, an extra large. So I love this pattern though, the little cherry blossoms. and under a black cardigan, black pants. I wish I used to have, and I cannot find them. I used to have a pair of capris, this pink color. I can't find them anywhere. So anyway, but I got that. So just those two tops. And then my table runner. Now we're going to switch focus to upstairs. And here's the table runner that's going to go on the dresser upstairs. And it is like a little bit, it's like scalloped. It's kind of pretty. And then here is, I just brought this over here to show you. This is all going to be on the bed. And this will be across the room from the bed. So I think that'll be fine. If it's not, I can always reverse it and put it on this side. And that will be fine too. I'll just see how it looks when I get it up there. It might be that I'll use this side. We'll see. I don't know. So anyway, got that. And that green throw came in too. So here's the green throw that I got. And this is from Amazon. And I'll put a link for this and the table runner in, you know, Mavericks Makeover, whatever I named that my new Amazon storefront to be. And then this is, and I think you can see how pretty that's going to look. And then here is the other, I brought this other blanket in too. Let's see if I can hold all this up. And I think that's going to be, one of these will be in the rocking chair and the other will be on the bed. Thinking that might look better on the bed, but I don't know. We'll see when I get it up there. And you guys will see it when I reveal the room, right? And then, now get ready for this. Y'all are going to be really excited about this next thing. I know you're going to be just super excited about this. Ready? It's a trash can. I realized that I didn't have a trash can in there. What in the world? So I just purchased, this was 10 bucks, 12 bucks, I think, something like that. So anyway, got a trash can. And that, my friends, is that. That's all I have to haul. Not a lot. But just, you know, a couple more tops. I'm always trying to build my wardrobe back up. I got rid of all of my 3Xs, a lot of my 2Xs. So I'm working my way down the scales. One of you had mentioned, oh, Arlynn, are you sure you need that 3X for my sequin top the other day? And I'm pretty sure I do need it. Honestly, I haven't tried it on though, but all the others are 3Xs and they fit me pretty well, honey. I don't know what it is. For one thing, they kind of cling to where you don't want them to cling. So I kind of like that to be just a smidge, you know, to give me a little wiggle room in those, so to speak. So I'm trying to think of any other questions. I think I've addressed the questions that were worrying me and were making me think that, well, showing me that I did not make myself clear in my own mind or with you guys. So now we're clear on that room upstairs and the function of that room and what the function will be of that room, I should say. And we're going to go with it, you guys. And it's going to be lovely. And I think it's going to be stunning when it's done. I hope so anyway. I hope so. With the white curtains and all the white accents and pops of blue here and there. And maybe that palette staying gray, maybe. It might be a little bit too much blue. We'll see. And the pictures being black and white in the palette piece, you know, in the white frames, I think that'd be kind of interesting and different, you know. So, but anyway, I guess that's it. Later, I'm not going to come back until we have that room complete. And that may be 3 or 4 days. So please give me grace on that. And then after that, I'm not sure when I'll be back. I'm going to be back when we have the pool set up, probably, to do that wreath. And I'll probably come back with other things, knowing me, you know, I'll come up with something. But I've also realized that one of you had said, please don't do too much and then you feel overwhelmed. And y'all know what? That's exactly what I did. So I'm going to kind of settle back down a little bit. And I'll tell you, let me try to put this into words for you guys. I have been doing YouTube for so many years. I've been on YouTube since 2016. And you other creators, I think, are going to understand how I'm going to explain this. If I wake up at the beginning of the week and I don't have a couple of videos in my mind to do, I start stressing. like, oh, I need to present something. I need to put something up. I don't want to disappoint anybody. I don't want anybody to think that I'm leaving YouTube or that I don't care about them, or any number of scenarios run through my head, you guys. And with dealing with my grief, and that I am going to bring up again, and I don't mean to bother you with this, with continuing to talk about my grief, but I am continuing to walk this journey through my grief. So I must talk about it. I must, because it helps to explain where I am in my life right now and how I can handle things or can't handle things, you know, and how I'm maneuvering through as best I can. Even though it's not as succinctly as I would like it to be sometimes, I'm maneuvering through the best I can. So when I add that extra stress on of, oh, I need to think about what I want to do, what I want to video, what can I bring them, and how can I do this and this and this and this? And then, you know, the stress starts to build and build and build. And then I'm worthless. I can't do anything. So again, one more time, and probably more times moving forward, I'm going to ask for more grace, you guys. And just say, and I know I've just come back when I can and when I have something, but I have been pushing myself a lot since we got back from our cruise. I've been pushing myself a lot. So, you know, it may be several days before you see anything else from me. I know you will be there with me, for me, with me, supporting me. I know the prayers are continuing. I love you guys so much for all of your patience, all of your love, all of your wise words, your stories, all of that. Please know, you know, when it comes to my decorating in this room, that I'm doing the very best I can and making the best decisions that I think are going to make this room beautiful. And hopefully it will turn out to be beautiful. And I've got to trust my abilities and my eye and where my mind is taking me for this room. Hang in here with me, and hopefully at the end you'll enjoy what you see. But anyway, for now, I'm going to hush and just go into some final words. Please subscribe. I almost feel guilty asking because I'm so discombobulated on here right now. So, but hang with me if you're with me, and do subscribe if you wouldn't mind. Hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up, watch the video all the way through. And I will humbly thank you in advance. I humbly thank you also for all of your comments that you leave for me every single video. 99.99999% of them are positive, and I appreciate them so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate every one of you. I love every one of you. I consider you all my friends and my family. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much in advance. When you see my little heart show up, you'll know that I've read it and taken it to my heart. And if there's a question, I will either answer it there or in the next video, or in a video, future video, if I'm going to answer it. There are some questions I won't answer, you guys. So if you don't see an answer, and if you don't see me talking about it, because I do regularly go back and check for past comments and past questions. So if you don't hear that I have answered your question, you'll know that I probably, you know, within a video or two, you'll know I probably am not going to answer that question, whatever it is, you know. So anyway, with all of that said, boy, I am showing myself raw and real and honest and straightforward and everything that I am, discombobulated and all of that stuff, you know. One thing though, I have to say this, oh my gosh, here she's going into her final words, and she's going to say one more thing. One more thing that I wanted to say. I was just talking to my dad about this, and I told him, you know, I said, there's one thing that I will not, I hope to the Lord I will be able to stay the course. I have so far, since Kristen passed away in November, been able to stay the course with this weight loss journey. I do not want to gain my weight back, you guys. It is a fight. Every single day, it is a fight. And I still have more weight I want to lose. But I do not want to lose this fight. It is a battle. For those of you who've ever had to lose weight, or even those of you, and I know there are some out there who need to gain weight, you know, whatever your journey is, all journeys are much more difficult. when you're going through a tragedy as we have. Everything is exponentially harder when you're grieving like this, you guys. So pray for me, please, that I can stay this journey, stay the course. I've worked way too hard to gain all my weight back. I've worked way too hard, and I've not. I've lost weight still more, but I don't want to lose that, you know? So anyway, okay, that's it. I'm going to shut this down now. Thank you all so much for stopping in here. For those of you who might be struggling or suffering with a catastrophic illness or chronic pain, or a devastating loss, I hope that you have someone there with you, taking care of you, helping you get through each day, making the very, very best out of each day. I hope there's nothing weighing on your minds or your hearts, pulling your attention away from where you want it to be or from where it should be. I love y'all to bits, to bits, to bits. Hugs all around, and I keep you in my thoughts and my prayers every single day. And with all that said, I'll just say, until next time, y'all take good care. Bye-bye. And while I was editing, Chris has been busily about in here. Look, look, look. It is looking so pretty. Wow. Alrighty, you guys. Catch you soon.